you yawn, I'll yawn. So he recommends taking a couple minutes and yawning, maybe 12 to 15 times, just pausing in between and doing it again. It generates a deep sense of relaxation, calmness, and alertness, believe it or not. So yawn before tackling a big problem or when you find yourself in some kind of conflict situation. He says, you're going to want to test this, he says that yawning works better than a coffee break. I want to hear what you have to say about that. I'm going to just go through some of his recommendations now too. Another recommendation is breathing awareness meditations. So slow and focused breathing causes your body to relax and increases the dopamine. That's a pleasure thing. Another technique is relaxation response. It's a meditation that uses a word or mantra as a focal point. You repeat a positive phrase, and that reduces stress, reduces anger and anxiety, and it replaces it with something pro-life. And then there's progressive muscle relaxation. I like this. It works. You tense up and tighten a certain set of muscles and then release them slowly, and you feel how it releases. So you do that systematically, maybe starting at your feet and working up to the top of your head and back down again. Works best, I think, if you're laying down. Another is visualization and guided imagery, using pleasant visions and memories to relax, to reduce pain. You can visualize your goals and desires, and your brain connects the dots and helps you achieve them. So this morning I used breathing awareness with you, and visualization and guided imagery in our meditation. And we do that a lot here on Sunday, don't we? It's really easy for our brains to dream up a new idea, but it's difficult to get the rest of the brain to go along with it. So we've spent years and years, decades, building our personalities to handle things. And so your brain is hesitant to make any changes or alter those underlying beliefs that have seen you through to this day. So even if your behavior is crazy or dysfunctional, it's helped you survive to this point. So those things are ingrained and entrenched, and those old circuits don't just disappear. You have to work at it. It takes a lot of metabolic energy to grow those new connections. And meditation helps you maintain a healthy brain, and it even slows the aging process. It changes the way we perceive reality, and the longer you practice meditation, the greater your rewards. That means the longer your sessions and the longer duration that you're doing it, for years, months, weeks. So meditation is kind of the exact opposite of worrying and ruminating about things. Meditation and spiritual rituals take our brains, take us to a different world. He suggests a couple prayer and meditation practices for brain enhancement. The candle meditation is so simple. Take a candle and watch the flame. You're focused on that flame. Walking meditations, those are very beautiful. You incorporate breathing and movement and awareness of the world around you. Take about 4 steps for every in-breath, 4 steps for every exhale, and you're going at a nice slow pace and take in the world. Centering prayer, that's another beautiful technique he recommends. It's a mindful contemplation of a spiritual text. Read the daily word, and then go into meditation. And memory enhancement, which I'm going to explain now, Sherry. Sherry told me about this technique a couple of years ago, and so I was excited to read about it too. Newberg and his team of researchers worked with a bunch of Alzheimer's patients who have mental memory loss. So this technique uses your breath and verbal repetition of sounds and finger movements all together. Many spiritual traditions use prayer beads, and Catholics use rosary beads for kind of a repetitive prayer. Some traditions use hand movements, mudras, full body movements in yoga and things, different ways to use parts of your anatomy in your spiritual practice. So this is one of them. And I wanted to tell you that this technique, if used for 12 minutes every morning, patients with cognitive disabilities improve their memories in 2 months' time. So it's pretty easy. You begin by breathing, just getting focused on your breath. And then you sing these sounds, sa, na, ta, ma, while you're touching each finger, your thumb to each finger as you're doing it. So, sa, na, ta, ma. You want to do it with me? Sa, na, ta, ma, sa, na, ta, ma, sa, na, ta, ma, sa, na, ta, ma, sa, na, ta, ma. Great. Nice. So if you practice that 12 minutes in the morning every day for 2 months, your memory will come back. I know, I love that. And this morning I told Sherry I was going to talk about this, and she said, what? Sorry, I joke at your behalf. Abraham, Moses, Muhammad, Jesus, the Buddha, many spiritual masters reached enlightenment because they devoted years to intense prayer and meditation. They spent time in their spiritual practices. So we learn about God as children, and what we learn provides the basis for our future beliefs. But we don't stay there, do we? We move on. Spiritual development occurs over the course of a lifetime. The more you examine your spiritual beliefs, the more your experience of God will change, because we're continually rewiring and modifying our beliefs. It's like being born again. How do we do, or what should we do with all this information this morning? I know this is kind of an unusual message, not typical, but how does this work for you, this theme of loving and mothering ourselves and that God is good for us? Well, I'm going to put it on your plate. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you what you do. Please take these ideas with you into the silence. Practice some of these brain enhancement techniques and meditation practices. And it's all about your goals and your desires and your commitment to love and mother yourself. So we each give birth to our own life, one day at a time. Peace and blessings on your sacred journey.